Hello! We're back for another walking stream. So sorry if there's cars and stuff in the background. I'm going to see if I can find an off-road place to walk because I'm walking somewhere different today. But yeah, so I'm going to give it a couple minutes to let some people trickle in here and maybe I can find somewhere quiet. Now, with the way this works, I can see comments, like chat, I think. Sorry. I can see chat, but don't think I can see redeems or anything like that. Hey, you might be. It's been a while, and I don't remember how to see how many people's in here. I had figured it out before, but I don't remember where to go for that now. Yeah. So, don't mind all the cars in the background. I'm trying to find someplace a little quieter to walk. But I figured I'd start the stream anyway. Hey, how's it going? How has your all's week been? Anything fun and exciting? I've got lots of drama to share in mine. So, we'll start with the big drama first. A girl at work got fired because she was not doing what she was supposed to be doing and was stealing clients, not even for us, but like sending clients to the place she used to work. So, yeah. So we got rid of somebody just yesterday. And sorry, cars. Ooh, that's right. You are debuting Saturday. Yes, that'll be fun. Sorry, I'm trying to talk in between the cars here. Yeah, you said you're doing an art stream, right? Sorry, that one was really close. If it gets way too loud with the cars for you guys, just let me know. But I'm going to try and find some off-beaten paths here, hopefully shortly. Yeah, I don't think I can walk down there. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm excited for you to start streaming, especially if you're going to start more regularly. I need to be doing that myself. Been slacking a lot, you know. Gotta get motivation with art and stuff, unfortunately. So, you've got those down times. Ooh, karaoke. Awesome. Can I play? I like karaoke. I don't know how good of a singer I am, but I try. Let's see. We're going to cut down this way because I know this path is a little bit quieter once I get across the street. Awesome! Yeah, you'll just have to let me know like what times you're doing those type of streams, and I will try to join. I guess you'll have to let me know how to join too, because I know like with mine we go in the Discord, which I mean I wouldn't mind if you wanted to use that channel if you didn't have one. Is that Eastern time? Okay, yeah, so Eastern, sweet. Very, very cool. I don't get off, Saturday. I don't work. Never mind. I was going to say I don't get off work till 5. But that works. I usually work like all day long on animation stuff on Saturday, but I do take breaks. And lately I've been taking a lot more breaks. Because where it's gaming and it's like a lot of loops or simple animations. I haven't been putting as much strenuous time into it, but I probably need to, because let's just say I'm really, really hoping that I pass this semester, and we have one assignment left, so yeah. Let's see, in other news, we found a couple of kittens outside in our yard, and we weren't sure if they were siblings or not. So, like, I came home on my lunch one day, and my mom was out by my Pikachu car. For those of you that don't know, I do drive a Pikachu punch bug, and it's been down for the count for a little bit. The battery's been dying. So, Pikachu needs a bit of a charge. But, gosh, it's hot out here. Okay. But, yeah, so I came home and Mom was around my car, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, are you trying to jump it or something? Like, there were no other cars around, though, but she had the hood up. And, sorry, it's getting a little windy. So, my bad if it gets loud. You guys have some kittens? So cute. Tell me about them. I like kitties. But I was like, what are you doing? You know? And I heard this tiny little, like, oh my gosh, there was a kitten in my engine in the car. So I spent my hour lunch, like, crawling under my car to try and get this. Couldn't really crawl under it because, well, it's a punch bug, so it's extremely low to the ground. And, so coaxed it out from under my car. My car was parked pretty close to the road, so we didn't want it to go in the road. Because, I mean, it's literally like a month old, maybe, if that. I was thinking maybe 2 to 3 weeks. And it was a little black kitten. So cute. I ended up calling him Adrian for the time that we had him, just because it felt like it fit. But, so anyway, I coaxed him out of the car. I couldn't reach down, like, to get him out of the top, so I had to coax him out of the bottom. I'm pretty sure it was a boy, because it kind of looked like he was maybe gonna start getting some stuff down there, you know? Oh, hang on. Let's see, we have 2, and their names are Hugo and Kittehs. Oh, cute! Yes, you will have to post pics in the Discord. I think we have a dedicated pet channel. If not, there is an IRL one. Or just post it in the regular chat. It doesn't matter. I don't really care. I'm not that strict on what the channels are. I almost got ran over. They wouldn't let me, like, finish crossing the street. They sped up. What the frick? Okay. Yes, I figured Kittehs was from the anime. Very cool, very cool. Oh, I found a partially shaded path. Yes, it's almost like 80 degrees out here today. Oh, definitely too hot walking weather. There's a puppy! Hi, puppy! I wish I could learn, like, if there's a way to switch cameras while I'm streaming, because then I could, like, show you guys stuff. But I don't see a place to do that, so. This puppy's so cute, though. Hello. Hi. I think he's a boxer. But anyway, back to the cat. So, I got him out of my engine. And then he ran underneath the shed that we have. And this is a huge shed. And, like, I was actually able to army crawl under this shed to try and get this cat. So I army crawled under there, and then he was, like, going up into the, like, rafters of the bottom portion, and he ran back under my car, back into the engine. Holy crap, it's 97 out there for you? Jeez, okay, I don't feel too bad about it being almost 80 now. Although, I gotta say, humidity does play a decent role. Oh, it's not as quiet over here. People are mowing. Okay. Humidity does play a decent role in how hot you think it is, because one time when we went to Hawaii to visit my cousin, they were on the military base there. Jumping over a stream. Oof, okay. If the camera went super duper crazy, y'all would have known I failed that jump, but I succeeded. Anyway, we went there to visit them, and we put on sunscreen, you know, because we were outside all day. And we put it on more than once, like maybe twice or 3 times max. But, you know, all day out in the sun. And 99, holy crap. That's way too hot. Also, for those of you, I just realized I should probably be reading these comments, because I think with this app, okay, I gotta sit down for a second. I gotta get back into shape, man. With this app, it does not show comments on screen on YouTube or Twitch, I don't think. So I forget I have to read these comments out loud. My bad. But where was I? Oh yeah. So it didn't feel that hot, but it was. And it was 102 or something like that, 103. It was over 100 degrees outside, but it did not feel that hot. And let me tell you, up until that day, I never, ever burned. I went straight to tanning. Like, the Puerto Rican in me was just like, bam. You know, you're tan. Sorry, somebody was honking hello at me. People I actually know, don't worry. We're in the middle of nowhere, so it's not like a big city. But, yeah, so up until that day, I literally just tanned, like went straight to tanning. My mom would always be jealous. She's like, oh, you never have to go through the burn phase, blah, blah, blah. I did burn normally across, like, the bridge of my nose and, like, that, like, tops of my cheeks area, tops of my ears, and weirdly enough, now these next 2 places, extremely weird, my hairline and my eyeballs. I kid you not. My eyeballs burn. Like, if we go to the beach, the whites of my eyes will turn red if we've been outside all day. But yeah, that day, I burned so bad. I was like a crisp lobster. And I had never really burned before. And burning that bad since then has made me burn now when I go out in the sun. Like, I will turn red before I tan. And I hate that because I love just tanning. Yeah, right. Yes, getting tan. Which I have gotten a little bit darker. See, like, if I go outside and it's not long, I can go straight to tanning. But, like, if I'm outside all day long or at the beach, I will burn first now. Yeah, eyes. Eyes are a weird place to burn. I think it's because normally when my eyes burn, it's because we've been at the beach. And, sorry, it's a little windy. I see the mic getting really loud. Okay. I'm trying to cut my hands. Maybe that'll help it. But yeah, the sun, I think, reflects off of the water in the ocean, and it, like, burns my eyeballs. You burn before you tan, and your tan isn't a lot. I know a lot of people that are like that, and, like, they'll get so mad because they'll burn really bad, and then they'll tan either just barely, or they won't tan at all. And they're like, what was all this burn for? Okay. I'll try to wait a little bit. We'll just kind of sit here. Oh, okay, you're back. All right. So, yeah, I try to do minimal ads for you guys. Because I don't enjoy them, but I also don't want to force people to, like, pay to not have ads to watch. Because, I mean, if you like the content, then you'll do it anyway. Or if you have the funds, you'll do it anyway. Because I won't necessarily say if you like the content, because you never know. Some people just can't afford it. But, yeah. So, let's see. So yeah, I burned extremely badly to the point that it hurt laying down and somebody sat on the bed and I like screamed in pain from that sunburn. So yeah, that was not fun. I think it stayed that way for like several days before it finally stopped being red. Yeah. I realized I got derailed from the kitten story though, and we're gonna start walking again a little bit here. So, I just saw you sent the images. I will check them after stream because I don't know if I leave this app if it will close the stream or not. I haven't tested this streaming app too much yet, but it seems to work really nicely for multi-streaming on the go. I do wish that it would show chat in there and show me redeems. So if you guys redeem anything, just know that you will have to mention it in chat, and if it's a redeem I'm able to do, I will. But yeah, I'll just have to trust you guys that you actually redeemed it. Yeah, so don't be too evil. So anyway, so the cat, let's see. Cat was in my car, under the shed, back to the car. Right. All right. So got back into the engine. And then, and this is, mind you, this is all during my hour lunch. I think I was like 30 minutes late coming back. And so, sorry, there's like this weird, what is that? Oh, okay. That's odd. I was thinking this was like a house. Sorry, I'm getting derailed again. I was thinking this thing was like a house and there was like a giant tombstone on the yard. And I was very confused for a second, but apparently it's a hairstyling place. That's what you get when you live in small towns, I guess. Anyway, so went back to the car and I had to coax it back out again. Now, in order to get this cat out, food did not work. Trying like, pss, 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 none of that worked. I had to be a cat. I had to be like, meow, 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 and try to get it to come out and talk to it. But I also had to hide at the same time and be able to crouch down and be ready to grab without it seeing me. So this was very difficult. And it came back out of my car, back under the shed. I had to army crawl yet again under the shed. And this is a huge shed, by the way. Like, if it wasn't on a hill, I probably couldn't have gotten up underneath it. But I had to army crawl like, I don't know, like 50 feet or something. But anyway, got back under the shed. And I finally got it to come out. It started going into the flowers that we have right by the shed, but I got it to come out, and then it ran into the flowers that were next to the house, and I was trying to catch it in the flower bed without stomping on the flowers and killing them, and it ran underneath our front porch. Well, our front porch, hey, my battery's at 69%. I swear I'm just a kid sometimes. Oh, dude, your internet's killing you? Why? Fix that crap. I literally, speaking of, and I know this story is gonna like have so many interruptions, but speaking of internet, for those of you that might not have caught the posts or things in Discord or whatever, my brother and I took a look at my computer, my laptop, and we optimized a lot of it. And so now instead of like when we did like those tests to like see how well your CPU and GPU and whatever is working, before it was running at like 30 to 50%. And I'm thinking that that's why the Wi-Fi streaming wasn't working a lot and it kept cutting out. Now we have it up to like 76%. Which is really good. But I do have to have the fan on more, so next time I stream at home, we'll see if the fan's too loud. But hopefully the games will continue to work and it won't glitch out, and we won't have to do a separate like video in Discord just to stay on time for Jackbox and other stuff. Sorry, I'm going uphill now. I'm so out of shape, man. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, back to the cat. So it went under our front porch. And our front porch has, like when we bought it, we had to cut all these, like, vines and stuff that were trying to come up through it. And I mean, like, big, thick, like, tree root-like vines. And, I don't know if this is somebody's driveway or not. I hope not. I don't think it is. So, there was no way I was going to be able to crawl underneath this porch. So, I kept meowing, trying to get it out. And because, well, our front porch is right next to the road, closer than my car was. And so, I'm trying to get it from inside this bush. It went back under the porch. And, you know, it was a back and forth like that for a little bit. And then I had to go back to work. So, I set the can of food outside the porch, and I went to work. I came back. And the kids were home from school, and so I grabbed one of my brothers, and I was like, hey, you got long arms, come here, because I still heard this kitten underneath the porch, and it looks like it ate like half the food. Either it did, or I don't know, a creek rat or something did. I have no idea, but I'm going to assume the cat did. Well, we do live right near a river, so you never know. But so I told him, like, come on, come help me get this cat. So instead of doing it the easy way, of him being on top and just grabbing it as I'm coaxing it out with some meows, he tries to climb under the porch and crawl, and he's like tearing the brush out. And I mean, these are like big, stumpy, like roots he's pulling out. And I'm like, you're going to scare the crap out of this kitten, and it's going to run in the road, and it's going to get hit, and we're going to feel so bad. And he doesn't listen, of course, because, you know, that's what little brothers do. They don't listen to anything you say. And, let's see, I'm gonna walk this way. And, so, he continues, and it's like being scared to the front. And I'm trying to, like, block the front and grab it as it's coming out. Well, it came out into a rose bush, and I'm getting pricked trying to get it. And it went back under the porch. And then it did that like twice before it finally ran out on the other side, down into the yard, thankfully. And it started going underneath the back porch, back where we have like plywood and stuff set up, because we're fixing up the house next door, so we have a lot of materials and stuff for it. And so it's climbing up between these pieces of plywood like freaking Spider-Man. And it's literally, like, I kid you not, like, some of the feet are on one, some's on the other, and it's just, like, hanging there, like, midair. And I can't reach it because my arms are short, and he can't reach it because it's a really long piece of plywood. And so we're moving the pieces one by one, and he scares the crap out of it, not intentionally. And it runs towards me. I grab it by, like, you know, the neck hold thing that you do. Not choking it. So please don't think that. But like the extra skin and stuff that's back there. And I didn't grab it correctly because, you know, it's running and I'm trying to catch it fast. And so it goes, and it scratches the hell out of my arms and my hands, but I'm still like holding tight to this thing because I'm like, I can't let it go. It's going to go in the road and I've got to catch it. And so we caught it. Finally, I adjusted the grip like 4 times before I finally got it still enough to get the correct grip. And it was still trying to tear me up. And this was a spicy little thing. And so we found a big tall box to put it in. And by tall, I mean probably at least like 3.5 feet tall. And I mean, this is just a baby little kitten, like it fits in the palm of your hand. Well, it kept jumping trying to get out. It did get out one time, but thankfully that's after we already had it inside next door. But, oh, that is a pretty tree. Um, but, so we caught it, gave it a little bed, gave it some food, some water, and we put it in the house next door that we're working on because we're like, you know, we want it to stay safe for while we have it. And, so, you know, we stuck it over there, and it's like, it's finally calming down. And, oh, it wasn't your internet, it was the Twitch app? Dang. Well, yeah, and it was a big box. Hey, I'm glad it's working now. I forgot this thing can move my arms. Wait, how did I do that? Hello? Move? No? Okay, never mind. It's not going to do it anymore. I forget some of the features of this app. I'm glad it's working now, though. But, so we had it over there, and it finally started calming down, and it was actually, like, purring. I could pick it up, and it wouldn't freak out. And this cat wouldn't have to hold it. It would just be up there, and I'd move around, and it'd, like, crawl on the front or crawl on the back around to the other shoulder and back and forth. And, had a very, very good personality. Well, a couple days later, and we were trying to find a home for this cat, too, because we had just lost a dog, and my mom was like, I don't know if we really can handle another animal right now, because we have 3 inside dogs, 1 big outside dog, and 2 cats. And, oh, I'm sorry it kept cutting out. I don't think it's on my end. I have at least anywhere between 3 and 4 bars, so hopefully it's not. But yeah, so we didn't really think we could keep the cat, so we're trying to find a home for it. And I asked one of the people at karate who I know loves cats, and she's got like a farm and has like 16 barn cats. And she said that she would ask her friends, and then if none of them would take it, she knew a rescue that was no kill. Because the only place we had that was close by is not a no-kill, but they do try to reach out to other places. But I still would feel bad because black cats unfortunately get a bad rap. So, thankfully, she said she'd take it, but we'd have to keep it for like another week. Because one of her friends said that they wanted it. And so we were like, okay, you know, we could do that. Well, a couple days pass, we hear more meowing. I come home on lunch again, and there's a white kitten in my mom's arms with little black spots. And now this cat, to me, looks like it's from a different litter. Looks slightly bigger than the black one, but it could have been from the same one. Same litter. And, so this thing is super sweet, by the way. Like, the gentlest cat you've ever seen. Like, it just barely would, like, put its paw on you. Its meow was just so, like, it wasn't like, you know, not energy type of meow, just very sweet and loving. And it had a little bobtail. There was, like, no tail whatsoever to this cat. It's so cute when it wags it, and it's like, it does it like in like a little circle. Sorry. People in small towns love loud vehicles. I hate loud vehicles. Like, give me a quiet, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah. Anyway, so we put this kitten in the box with the other one, and it was hissing at it. So that's another reason why I'm like, well, I don't know if it's from the same litter. But it could have, you know, just been like, oh, I haven't seen you in ages. You know, who are you? Don't recognize the smell. And so, sorry, it's getting kind of windy again and loud. So it got out. It got out of the box. And this kitten was not much bigger than the black one. Like, to me, it looked maybe like another week older, but it could have just had better stuff to eat, whatever, while they were on their own. So it got out of the box, and the black one had gotten out of the box. So we had to put together a cage for them. They finally started cuddling and, playing and whatever. And we put them in one of the rooms that were just about finished, because we're like, oh, there's no holes in the floor in there. They can't get out. There's more room. Well, go over there, and they found a spot in the wall under the breaker box that was not fully put together. So they're climbing in the walls of this house. Thankfully, they came back out. They just, explored a little and came back, So, sorry, crossing the street. So we kept them for a little bit, and somebody else said, oh, they might take the white one. The white one to me seemed like possibly a girl, but still way too young to tell. Well, the person fell through on that one, and we don't think they're taking it anymore. So we brought it over to our house, and that little thing is having so much fun playing with all the other animals, trying to get the dogs to play and everything. So I think it kind of won my mom and my stepdad over. So I think we have another kitten now. One of the kids wanted to name it Snowball or something. So I guess that's what we're going to end up naming it. But it's adorable. I just wish we could have kept its brother too, though, because I feel bad about separating them. But the person who wanted the black one had already said yes to the black one, and we thought we had someone for the white one, so I guess it can't be helped. But, yeah. So, that one story got derailed so many times it took half an hour to tell. Let's see, what other news can I catch you guys up on? So, okay, this is funny, but it's not funny, and I don't even know if I should say it, honestly, but I kind of want to, because it's kind of funny. So, and to keep privacy's sake, I'm just going to say it's somebody I know. So somebody I know found out, and now they have a sister that they think is their full sister. Okay. And this girl is African American, and her sister's African American, but they are not full-blooded sisters. They're half sisters, but they don't know that. And if you look at them, you can easily tell, just because of a lot of factors. And so anyway, one of them found out that gosh, I don't even know, should I even say this? Holy crap, this power line is almost touching the sidewalk. Let me not touch that. Hang on. I've got to do some finagling here. I don't want to get zapped and die today, thank you. Okay, they need to come and fix that. But yeah, so she found out that okay. I can't even. She found out that someone she knows, we'll leave it at that, was pregnant again. And they showed pictures of the baby. I swear this is not funny. It's funny because it's coming from a child's mouth, and kids say the darndest things. So these are not my words. But she looked at the pictures of the baby, and then she looked at the woman, who is also African American, and she said, with the straightest face ever, "It's white." She said, "Did you run out of ink?" Oh my Did you really just say that? We were just so in shock. Like I said, it's not funny, but it's funny because it's coming from a kid's mouth, you know, and they don't know what they're saying, but like the initial just shock in the comment, like I can't even. It's just I can't. Like I never would have thought. It's just yeah, it was that was a doozy. We had other people turn and look at her and then look at us and be like, did she really just say that? Like, yeah, she did. Jeez, okay. I mean, it's somebody she knows very well, so they're not getting offended or anything like that, but it was funny. Let's see, what else can I update you guys on? I saw the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and it was really good. And I took, Windy, hold on. Okay. If the wind or the cars ever gets too loud, just let me know, guys. Because then I can always pause for a second. But so I went to go see the Mandalorian movie, and I took my 3 brothers that are here, because they're the older ones, and they'd actually enjoy it and sit through like a 2+ hour movie, versus me trying to take all of the kids. So we went, and one of them collects Star Wars stuff and loves Grogu, and I love Grogu too. Have you watched the Amazing Digital Circus? I have not, but I have seen a lot of things on it, and it looks interesting. So I do have it on my list. I just have not gotten there yet. But so one of the kids collects the stuff, and, I love Grogu too. And I was like, oh, well, let's go to a movie theater that's actually going to have the stuff, like all the merch and whatever, because in a small town, the ones around here usually don't. So I wanted to see The Mandalorian, but I didn't watch the most recent season of the show. Yeah, I hadn't watched it either. So I knew this movie was basically like season 4 or whatever. And we have the other seasons. We just hadn't watched it because, like, one of the kids said he was missing episodes, but I don't see how he's missing episodes if he has the full box set. I don't understand it. That makes no sense to me. I think he was talking about, like, side stories or something that they done. But, let's see. My hubby and I went to the theater 2 weeks ago and watched the finale for Digital Circus. Ooh, was it good? You should totally watch more of The Mandalorian. It's really good. And Grogu's just so cute. But so, like, there's no place around here that really does the merch and whatnot. Sorry, we're going by a motorcycle, so it's going to be a little loud. So the closest movie theater was like an hour drive away that had the merch. And I wasn't even sure if they were showing the movie because, well, when you're in a small town, things are closed on Sundays. And then it was also like Mother's Day weekend. So we had to drive an hour away, which was fine. I make a day of it. I'm like, oh, adventure, let's go. And so we went to go see it. And so I let them each get a cup, like one of the special ones. And so me and the one that collects them got the ones that have like the toppers. And then the other 2 got like the icy ones. And they didn't end up wanting the cup afterwards, so they said we could have them, which was cool, because they have Baby Yoda in them. And then we also got the metal popcorn buckets. And they had 3 different designs, and there were 4 of us, so we each got a different design, except for me. I got a Baby Yoda one, which the oldest of the three also got. So I'm going to keep my bucket. But I told him that he could have the other buckets, so he'd have the full set, all three. And one of these buckets was huge. So, of course, the one that eats like enough for 3 people every meal, he got that one. And he was still wanting more popcorn. So I ended up giving him like half of my bucket of popcorn. Because it was just, I've been eating healthier, and it was just so buttery. Even though I love buttered popcorn. Jumping the river again. Okay, I didn't die. So, anyway, gave him that. And, so he got all the popcorn buckets at the end. Well, let me tell you this. And some of you might be surprised and some of you might not be. 4 people. So 4 tickets. One of them was a child ticket because he's 12 or under. 4 of the Grogu cups that are free refills. 4 of the metal popcorn buckets that are free refills. Over $200 for one movie. I was like, holy crap. But I said, you know what? It's a fun experience. We haven't got to do anything in a while, because normally I'll take them on like days out and stuff. And we'll do something special, and we'll spend like, $100 or less when we go out. Give them some time out of the house, some time, sisterly bonding time, whatever. So we hadn't done that in a while, so I was like, you know what? It's fine. Sure. I'm getting paid again soon. It'll be a hitch in my wallet for a little bit, but hopefully I'll get it back. Forgot I had a couple of bills that were coming out. That's another story. So, well, let's see. Speaking of collectibles, I finally got my display cabinet set up for all my figures and built it, set it up in my office. Ooh, fun! You should totally share pics in the Discord. Love to see all the collectibles and everything out on display. Also, it's going to start getting a little noisier now because I have to walk back to the office because I've already been streaming for about 40 some minutes, which means my hour lunch is almost up and it takes time to get back. So, yeah. So apologies if it gets loud. But, so I'm like, okay, $200, 4 people for 2+ hour long movie. That didn't even include all the gas and stuff I had to use to get there. But, yeah, so we watched it, and it was freaking adorable. I loved the movie. It was so good. Like, Baby Yoda, they added, like, baby sounds, and he was just so freaking cute. So cute. And, I'm not even mad that I didn't finish watching, like, the first 3 seasons before watching it. It was so adorable, and it was good. Like, there was actually a good plot line, wrapped up nicely. I liked it. It's really good. Yeah. Let's see. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff I could tell you guys. Oh, there's one more thing. This isn't really about me, though. But he's been sharing it everywhere, so it's fine. So the older of the 3 boys, he got a scholarship, $30,000 scholarship. Now, mind you, he's only a junior right now. Well, technically, he'll be going into his senior year in high school when the school starts back up again. But anyway, he got a $30,000 scholarship to go get his private pilot's license. So he's in Arkansas right now doing that, which is really cool. He will graduate from that in like the first week of August, and he's already doing like takeoffs and landings and stuff. He could already fly once he got up there because he's an ROTC and they've been, studying that type of stuff. But yeah, so that was an adventure too, because he's been on private planes, like small ones. And sorry, they're letting me run across the street. Hold on. Okay. So this was his first time at a commercial airport. So, yeah, it is cool. It's really cool. And so this was his first time, like, being on a commercial plane, being in a commercial airport, everything like that. I tried to get him to get wings. Like, when it's your first flight, if you let them know, at least with, like, Delta, Northwest, whatever you want to call it. I've been flying for a long time, guys. I think Delta now. I think they bought out Northwest. But if you let the stewardess know, or whatever they're called, they will give you your wings, which used to be like this hard plastic, like, stick-on thing. And then I think when they merged with Delta, it became like a pin, like you can actually, like, pin it to you. So if you guys haven't flown before, or you have and you want them, just let them know, like, hey, can I have some wings? And yeah, pretty cool. But anyway, he didn't want his wings because he's like, man, I already know how to fly. This is not new to me, blah, 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 blah. So you know how kids get. Even though this is going to be his first commercial flight. But anyway, so he was scheduled to go out of the little airport that's around here, which is like an hour and a half away. And yes, that is around here. You fly too much? Well, if you never got them to begin with, you can still ask. They'll still give you some. I think they're really cool. I have two, because I have one from when it was Northwest, when I first flown. Hang on. People in their loud cars. When I first flown when I was like 5, and that's when it was still stick-on with Northwest Airlines. And then, again, when I started flying, once I got older and they merged with Delta, I got another one, and that was the actual pin one. So the first one I got was like a gold kind of color, gold bronze kind of wings. And then this next one was like silvery blue. They're pretty cool. They're a nice little memento. But anyway, so he was scheduled to go out of an airport that was like an hour and a half away, right? So literally the night before, like, we were going to have to get up at like 6 o'clock because his flight was at like 9 or something. And by the time we got there, he'd have to go through TSA, even though at that airport, it's literally, I kid you not, I think the longest it took me to get through TSA was like 10 minutes max at that airport. And that's only because there was like 2 people in front of me. Normally, there's nobody. Hey, million-mile status. That'd be nice. Have you joined the Mile High Club yet? You don't have to answer that. But yeah, I have a Sky Miles thing with Delta. I would like to, get like the perks and stuff, but like right now it's just like the free one, the free version. I wish I could fly more though, but unfortunately I do not have the funds to fly more. Don't have the time to fly more because I got to spend my time working in the office to get funds just for bills and all that junk. So yeah, I wish I had more time to do animations and streams and stuff, but unfortunately I don't. Not right now anyway. Maybe sometime soon, who knows. It's on your bucket list. It would be interesting, but I feel like if I were to put that on my bucket list, I would not want it to be on like a commercial one, because I mean that's I still don't no. If you're gonna go that way, might as well have it be a little fancier, or like hot air balloon. I don't know if they get a mile high or not, but yeah, that might be interesting. Sorry, loud cars. Yeah, I think it would be fun to travel like every way possible, like hot air balloon, submarine, train, like everything. But so it was literally like the night before, and mind you, these kids go to bed at like 9:30. just because it makes it easier on Mom when they're all in bed and she doesn't have to worry, like, oh, is the door locked? Are the kids in the house? Blah, blah, blah. So he was already in bed. And I came down like 4 times saying, like, hey, are you still awake? And, like, telling him, like, different things about what he's going to have to expect for tomorrow. Just because I wanted him to be prepared, you know. Let's see. That's one thing you're not going to do for you. I really don't blame you. That does not seem like a you thing to do anyway. Okay. I found a nice shady spot. I'm going to chill here for a minute and continue talking with you guys because I've got like 5 minutes left. So, anyway, so I'm getting on a military plane tonight to do military stuff and then flying to Waco, Texas on Monday for, Texas, I don't think I've ever been, but my cousin, I think, is on the military base there now with her wife. Sorry, it's really windy. I'm trying to find like a spot for you guys. Okay, and they've offered for me to come down there and visit them, but, you know, gotta have the funds to have the time to go. So, yeah, ain't really happening just yet. But, hey, that'll be perfect timing if he gets home soon. But yeah, so I'd already kept coming down there and, like, was making sure he was okay, you know, prepared for all this stuff. Because even though he seems very confident on the surface, I can tell for some things he's like, I don't know what to do. But he doesn't want to say it. So, come like 10 till midnight, my friend from work messages me and says, hey, is his flight still going? Because there was a sinkhole on one of the runways. And I'm like, what? A sinkhole? What are you... Huh? So I go and check on the site, and half the flights are canceled. His still says on time. I'm like, oh no, he's good. He must be on the other runway, because this airport is so small, there's only 2 runways. So I go down there at like midnight, and I tell him, I'm like, hey, are you still awake? And he's like, yes. What do you want now? Like, leave me alone, man. Let me go to sleep. So I'm like, hey, I'm just telling you, like, I just tried to call the airport because I did. I tried to call and double check, but nobody answered because it was after their hours or something. So I told him, I said, you might want to double check in the morning that your flight is still going on because there was a sinkhole and half the flights have been canceled. So that morning he comes and wakes me up at like 6 o'clock and he's like, my flight's been canceled. Like, what do I do? And so I told him, I said, it's fine. We got this. Just see if there's another flight, because usually, you know, they'll transfer your flights or whatever. And if not, you know, maybe they can schedule you like tomorrow at the latest, you know, like, I know this is for like a college scholarship thing and he's supposed to be there at a certain time, but I mean, what can you do? So we tried to get all that sorted out. And they found a flight for like 5 o'clock that evening. So my mom and stepdad already had to leave to go like 2 hours away for an adoption meeting for the 2 girls that we have. And totally not related to any other stories, by the way. So they were like, oh, great, you can watch the kids, and then by the time we come back, you know, you guys can leave. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. So they go, and it comes like 10:30. No, it's like 10:30, something like that. And he gets a call from the lady that's supposed to be scheduling the travel and stuff for him. And she's like, hey, there's another flight at this other airport. We looked up the airport. It's 3 hours away. Okay, 3 hours. Mind you, the longest I've ever driven in one shot was like a 2-hour drive and my butt was numb after the 2 hours, let alone 3 hours one way and then almost immediately 3 hours back. So, so they're like, oh, but if we do this, you'll have to leave like within the next half an hour. Well, no, we had to leave within the next like 10 minutes if we were going to try and make that flight. But first, I had to find somebody to watch the other kids because my vehicle would only hold 3 other people. Yes, I have a Jeep, but one of the seatbelts is not working. And plus, I'm not going to take a whole bunch of tiny little kids who half of them aren't even potty trained for a like 6-hour drive. So I was like, okay. So I go to my neighbor, which is also my cousin, because Mom was like, if anything happens, go to her. So I was like, hey, I need you to watch these kids. Like, they found him another flight. We have to leave. Because otherwise, he was going to be getting there around like 11:30 midnight, which normally is fine, but they weren't sure if they were going to have transportation for him from the airport. So we were like, okay, kind of have to get him there. And I was like, you know what? I've never done a drive like this, but it's for him. He needs to get there. I want it to be, an easy time for his first time on the plane. Red eyes, yes, are usually easy flights, but it would make it complicated for his travel and check-in and whatnot. So, so she decided to take the kids. So, and now, mind you, I'm still in my PJs. so I'm running over there in like tank tops and in like a tank top and boxers, and I'm like, hey, I need you to take all these kids over here. They have not had lunch. They barely had breakfast. Like, this is what they got. Here you go. So I go back over there. I tell them, get your shoes on, go next door now. Like, go. Tell the other kids, get your shoes on, we're leaving. Go pee. It's going to be a long drive. So he told them, like, okay, yes, we can do it. Swap the flights. So they swapped the flights. We drove 3 hours, and that's with a toll road, which was like a half an hour less drive. Toll road on Google Maps said it was like $9.50 or something, $9.40, whatever. No, it was like almost $13 freaking dollars. So it's a good thing I brought cash. And then, so we got him there. I had never been to this airport before. It was small, but it was bigger than the other one that's close by. But it was definitely not big enough to have this huge freaking carport that it had, like, that you would see in, like, the big cities, for, like, a mall. Yeah, it had one of those. It was not big enough for that. But, anyway, they did have, like, a little section you could park for, like, 20 minutes, to, I guess, drop people off. So we parked there. We went in. Yeah, this was basically a nightmare, but it was fine. It was fine. We totally handled it. I am great under pressure. We got this. So, so we get in the car, and it starts pouring down raining. I hate driving in the rain. Absolutely hate it, because cars hydroplane all the time. Other people don't know how to drive. On the toll road is, the big truckers, and they kept trying to box us in, and truckers pouring down raining to the point you can't see. AC in the car does not work, so you have to have the windows down, but it's pouring down raining, so you can't, so you have to have the windows up, which means everything's fogging. What a drive. But the drive was still kind of fun because we played that like imposter game, and where like everybody has a word and then like one person does not know what the word is and they have to say things that have to do with it. And there was one round we were all the imposter. One person said like liquid, and I'm thinking, oh, it's like a soup. Okay, so I said hot, and because mine said imposter, I said hot, and then the other kid was like, oh, yeah, that works. Okay, you're probably safe. And then he said something along the same lines, and we all got through with it, and we're like, all right, what was the word? And everybody says, I don't know. I didn't know it could give us all imposter, but yeah, so we got there. And I parked and get him out with his stuff, and he's like, are you sure this is where we go in? Like, this looks like a service entrance or something, because he's never been to a commercial airport before. And I'm like, no, this is where you go, this is fine. Like, I had to walk him in. It was cute because he's always trying to act like so adult and old and whatever, and he was just like a newborn little baby with this. He's like, I don't know, where do I go? He didn't say it, but you could see it in his face. And so we walked him in, showed him how to get to TSA. We waited to make sure he got through. And yeah, so he did great. He got through. They did have to double check him because his checked bag, he brought his, like, not pocket knife, but like that thing that has like the little butter knife thingy in it. That's like got the corkscrew thing and like all the other tools. I forget what that's called. But yeah, he brought that. And so yeah. And then but he got through TSA just fine. And I told him, message and make sure you get there. Well, he didn't get fully checked in. Like, he was supposed to arrive at like 6 o'clock. Well, his last plane, because he had a layover in Texas, I believe. And he was headed to Little Rock. And he had a layover for like an hour and a half or whatever, which was better than a 5-hour layover that he was going to have previously. And so he was supposed to leave. He was supposed to get there at like 6 o'clock. Well, his last plane didn't leave till 6 because apparently there was something going on with the exhaust and it was like blowing out in the AC. And so they were all breathing in like carbon monoxide. And yeah, Swiss Army knife, that's what it's called. You got me, man. And so it took like an hour for them to flush out that system before he could leave. So he didn't get there till like 7. Well, we left from that airport at like 2 or something like that. And we went to go eat lunch. So that took like maybe an hour. Like eat lunch and then go to like Target, GameStop, and Lowe's, I think it was. Because we were searching for Father's Day stuff. And then I found a Switch controller and a couple other things. But, and they were all like right there. So all that took an hour, maybe hour and a half. No, it was like 2 hours. Maybe we left at 2:30. I don't know. Anyway, so it was like we were leaving from that place at like 4 o'clock. Also, we had Mexican and it was freaking delicious. I had elotes, which I had always wanted to try. And oh my God, it's so good. If you guys have not had it, get it. It's delicious. Like, elotes flavored things are like, they're okay. But this, it was so good. And I tried, what's the drink called? It's, something, it's like a cinnamon, that people say it tastes like the milk from Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Whatever this thing is. Yeah, there's lots of trains nearby. And, so, Hota something, I don't know. I don't remember what this drink is called, but it was delicious too. And our waiter was so funny. But anyway, so we left at like 4:30. And then I wasn't planning on taking toll roads back because I'm like, that's another like $13. I'm like, we can do the extra half hour. Well, let me tell you, after realizing it was like 4:30, I decided to take the toll roads back. And then we get on the toll roads and it said we have like 30 some miles before like the turn to get off for wherever we were going next. And I had like 40 some miles left before I needed gas. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get off now and get gas. Well, I got off and then they're like, oh yeah, the gas station's right there. Well, we go towards the sign and the sign's in the middle of like a freaking fork in the road. There's no gas station there. Like, what the frick? And it's like gas signs, like dollar amounts. And so I don't know. We ended up taking like 3 more turns. I had to go through this other exit that was like, it was a easy pass only. And I did not have easy pass. There was no way to back up. That was it. So I had to go through it and I'm like, crap, I'm probably going to get a ticket for that in the mail for 98 freaking cents. Sorry, train. For 98 cents. So we finally found gas and I had to go back out. And there was the GPS took me through another freaking Easy Pass thing. The Easy Pass only. Again, no way to go back. No way to go back. And so I'm like, great, now I'm going to get 2 tickets in the mail for 98 cents each. And Mom said, like, the last time she had one that was for like $5 or something. It came in at like $25. So I'm hoping they don't super duper charge me. Horchata, yes, horchata, that's what it was called. Yes, exactly. That stuff was freaking delicious. But yeah, so we finally got back at like the same time he arrived in Little Rock at like 7 something. I was so exhausted and tired because I was running on like 4 hours of sleep from like the past several days each night that like we got a half hour from home or like 15 minutes or something, and I actually caught myself and had to like wake myself up. That was scary crap. Scary. But I am I'm overtime right now, so I need to go back to work. Let me see if there's any other messages I missed. I almost got stuck in Japan when I was there last time. I guess I did get stuck for a day. You got stuck in Japan for a day? That would be an awesome adventure. I would have fun with that. Yeah. So, okay, so this was fun. I loved gabbing with you guys, and since I'm trying to exercise more, maybe we can do this again more often on my lunches. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, how you guys enjoyed it, and I will check out all those pictures in Discord. All right, thanks. Love you guys. Bye.